Hey, what's up everyone? Danny London back with another CSR2 video today. We're checking out the 1990 M3 Sport Evolution by BMW. We are going to do a stage 5 shift and tune, a stage 6 shift and tune. We're going to see if we can find a low performance point high evo and a live racing setup. And huge shout out to YouTuber Nitro for his CSR. Make sure you check him out on YouTube. But let's go and get started with the stage 6 maxed out shift and tune. When you have all the stage 6 parts and all the fusions installed, this is the way we're going to tune it and drive it. Put your nitrous all the way to the right. Final drive 2.0. Put your tires on 8 psi. And that has a 10.243 on the dyno time. To drive this car when it's maxed out, we are going to let go of the gas right about number 1 to launch. Shortly after you launch, second, third nitrous. And then the rest of the shifts right before the red line. So here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, let go. Second, third nitrous. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. And that's all she wrote right there. We do not have a sixth gear. And that is going to give us a time of about probably about a 10.1, which is not too bad. Then we got a 10.123. And that seems to give us the best times on this particular car when it's maxed out on stage 6. Now we're going to go ahead and set this up for a stage 5 tune, and we're going to see what times we can get and all that good stuff. When you have this car on all stage 5 parts with all the fusions installed, put your nitrous all the way to the right. Final drive stays at 2.0, tire pressure 8 psi, and that gives us 11.339 on the dyno time. To drive this thing on stage 5, we're going to let go of the gas just a little bit after number 1. Right after it launches, second to nitrous, all the shifts right before the red line. And here we go. Let's go do it to it. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear, and that's about all she wrote. Very easy car to drive on stage 5 and stage 6. Seems to drive a little bit differently on each, but then we got an 11.362. The last run was 11.310. And yeah, there we have it. Let's see if we can find one of those low performance point high evo setups. All right, so we have a low performance point high evo setup that only requires you to install a couple parts. Normally these are pretty good at live racing, but let's go ahead and check it out. Let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to go ahead and set our engine to stock, turbo stock, intake stock, nitrous stock, body stage 5, tire stage 3, and transmission stage 5. Now, if you do put a stage 6 transmission and maybe a stage 6 body on it, it's going to get up over 1700 evo, and it'll probably start doing better, but this is the lowest upgrade setup right here. So right now, we cannot tune the nitrous. We got the final drive on 3.10, tire pressure on about 10 psi. Or you can actually go down to 8 psi if you would like. This is going to give us a dyno of the 13.9s, meaning it should be in the 14.0 lobby for live racing, so it is kind of a slow car, but it should win some live races if you don't beat the dyno time or run faster than 14.0s. To drive it, we are going to let go of the gas right about number 1. Shortly after launch, shift into second gear, hit your pretend nitrous that doesn't exist because we don't have it upgraded, and then all the rest of the shifts right before the red line. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth gear, and we are going to want to slow down once or twice before we cross the finish line to keep it slower than 14.0 because it'll probably get in like the 13.9. So downshift once or twice, maybe 3 times right before crossing the lit finish line. As you can see, the last run was 13.960. That was a 14.076 because I slowed down. But either way, that'll be in the 14.0 lobby. All right, so let's go ahead and do a little review on this car. So when you max the car out, it can beat the dyno time by a little bit. This car has a top speed of about 256 miles per hour. It can do 0 to 60 in around 1.5 and 0 to 100 in about 2.2 something. And it can beat the dyno by just a little bit. So it's an overall cool car, but we need to test this thing to see if it can beat Tempest 3 Tier 4. Yeah, let's find out. So we can hit the 0 to 60 time in less than 1.37, So it will do the 0 to 60, but the problem is the top speed. We're going to go ahead and hit nitrous in a later gear and see if that maybe boosts us up a couple miles per hour, because I mean, it is so close, it's not even funny. We need to hit 260 miles per hour. So there's about 240, 59. We're hitting 259. We're not going to be able to hit 260. This car is probably not going to be able to hit the top speed, unfortunately. I mean, we're so close, but we are 100% maxed out on the top speed. You cannot move this transmission slider any further over to hit that top speed of 260. So unfortunately, this car is like the littlest, teeniest bit off from hitting the top speed required for Tempest. So this is an overall cool little car. It's probably worth upgrading for somebody as long as you're not trying to do Tempest with it. If you like the car, unfortunately it does have purple stars. That means any part crates will cost real money when the event is over. Unfortunately, even on the event is $2.99 to pull a part crate, so they are not giving us free parts or parts with... They're giving you a couple free parts, but they're not allowing you to use your bronze keys to open that. So it will cost real money to get parts for this car. So if you need stage 6 parts, that's going to be a problem. If you just run it on stage 5 or the low performance point setup, you're fine. So it's an overall pretty nice car, and that's pretty much going to wrap the video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. Don't forget to check out Nitro on CSR. If you drop down the video's description, you'll see my Discord server, my YouTube channels, my affiliate links to some really awesome stuff to help support the channel, and you'll see some game news and info down there as well in some of those links. So check that stuff out. Thank you guys so much. Lightning out. See ya.